8x squared greater than 0. And how do I know that this needs to be greater than 0 and not greater than or equal to 0? Well, if you have log 2, 0, that means it's undefined, right? You cannot have your function at x is equal to 0. That's why it needs to be greater than 0. So when you divide both sides with x, you take the square root afterwards, right? You're going to see that x needs to be greater than 0, and therefore your domain is x greater than 0, right? So, as a result, we're going to have x is equal to 0, which is our vertical asymptote. And then we all have to figure out our x and y intercepts from there. We don't have any horizontal asymptote here, so we do need to figure out, first, let's figure out our y-intercept. So y-intercept here, if you have, let's say 0 here, right? First of all, you don't have any y-intercept, and the reason for that is because if you plug in 0 in your x squared, you're going to see that it's 8 times 0, right? So we cannot have this as 0, therefore you don't have any y-intercepts, right? That's why it's none. Again, as a reminder, there is a difference between saying you have 0 as your y-intercept versus none. So make sure you pay attention. And also for x, right? So for your x-intercept, we need to kind of do a little quick calculation on the side. So for your x-intercept, you need to plug in y is equal to 0, right? So 0 is equal to log of 2, right? And then you have 8x squared right here. So I tell my students that anytime you're solving for x in a log function, you need to remember that we have what you call this kind of template again. You have y is equal to log a of x, right? And then you have ay, which is equal to x. Because remember, they're inverse of one another, so that's why you can actually solve your x value based on your exponential function. So as you can see, your a here is 2, right? So 2, right, raised to the power of y. So what's your y? Your y is 0, right? As you can see. Therefore, if your y is 0, that becomes the exponent. So 2 raised to the power of 0, and then whatever your x is, that's 8x squared, right? That's going to be right here. And then you're going to drop the log. So we know that 2 raised to the power of 1, or any number raised to the power of, sorry, did I just say 1? Any number raised to the power of 0, right?